hmm Fair Employment Practices Commission is an agency that guards against employment discrimination. Yeah. hmm for the last 8 years, there have been quite a few people, yes, that I've run into, yes, that told me I had to pay my wife some money. Pouch. And I thought, well, then I'll have to get a job. Yes. But I don't have a valid form of identification. Yes. Now, I talked to you about this where you changed my height and my weight on my driver's license. Yes. And then you told me to pay child support without me receiving a dissolution of marriage. Yes. But I can't apply for a job. Now, I think it's discriminatory on the part of the state to refuse to enforce my rights. Yes. And when I look at these fair employment practices and the commissions, they do not depend only on punishment to keep the law. In fact, they try to teach the community to employ people on the basis of merit, that is, their ability to do the work. Now, of the thousands of complaints made to the various city, state, and federal commissions, almost all have been settled by a friendly agreement rather than by punishment. Fair employment practice laws try to follow the principle of equality of treatment so that everyone may have the same chance to earn a living at the job he or she wants. Yes. Employment discrimination. Oh. You know, when I inform you, yes, that you used a forgery to issue a protection order, right. When I informed you that the petitioner didn't sign it, yes. When I informed you that I didn't get a copy of the dissolution of marriage, right. When I informed you that I hadn't committed any crimes at all, yes. And you kept putting me in jail and saying I was mentally ill for believing these things. I think there is some discrimination going on. Now, yesterday I was reading the Glamour magazine. Yes. And it seems that women, females, the letter F, yeah, they are really enforcing the idea of female owned businesses. In fact, they have their own way of communicating with women. Yes. About the need to support females and their want to do business. Poop. It's a little F in a circle. Mm-mm. Now, why don't you get me the female owned businesses that say that it's important for you as a woman to support females in their want to do business? Yes, because I would say that I'm being discriminated against for being a man. Right now, why don't you get me that little female owned business symbol for those women that want to support female owned businesses? Yeah. Because it looks to me, yes, in this pursuit of gender equality, yes, that my rights as a father are being violated, poop, that I'm being discriminated against because I don't, well, why don't you get me the female owned, see, whenever you decide, right, that you're going to use a symbol, yes, it does, to represent certain gender based businesses, I, as a man, begin to question that. Poop! Now, let's say I wanted to support women. Yes. And you say that supporting their businesses because of being female owned, yeah, is supporting the gender known as female right now. But I would say that anytime you identify male or female owned anything, let's go ahead. Now, let's say I sued you. Pounce! Say I fucking sued you. There seems to be some women that had went through the fairy tale of the mermaid. Yeah. Now, I'm wanting to father my sons, and I think that my experience as a child was affected because of my father's experience. Yes. Because of his father's experience. Yes. And then there's my father that immigrated, or my great grandfather immigrated to the United States in 1877 at 2 years old. Yes. Now, when he got here as a little infant, like a tot, yes, 2 years old, yes, learned, well, he grew. Now, maybe Hastings, right now, I'm going to find out because, I was going through the directory, yes, and it said that he was a clerk in a bank, yes. Now, Hastings in Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, yes. What if I found out that I was actually very, very wealthy and poop? Well, just in my growing up, yes, yes. It seemed that even though my grandfather was a machinist, yes, I was told that he had some money. Pooh! He was out there in Yuma, Arizona, living on Social Security, drinking cheap beer. He didn't have any money that no one's telling me about. Poop. He didn't have some migrant workers digging that well to the aquifer. Yeah. There's something that I don't know right now. Now, let's say that I think as a father, yes, that you should never lose eye contact with the punishing of children. Well, so how do I change these laws that I dislike state right now? How do I change the laws? What if I sued every fucking sheriff right now because he's really